Welcome back to another video on Clue Classic. We're gonna do the same as we did our last game, a full game, 6 of us, and all of the computers will be on the hardest difficulty level, which is Inspector. And we're gonna see if I can get at least, like, maybe 3 turns this time before the game ends. Since last time the game ended in literally 2 turns. There's just no way that the inspectors are actually that smart. That had to be a lot of luck. So, now we're gonna give this another go, and see how quickly this game ends. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, that's a yikes kind of start already. So when I'm writing the notes here on this guess, because as we found out in our previous game, and the one before that, which didn't end up getting filmed, on this difficulty level, the computers can make guesses with cards that are in their hand. So I only said that, for example, on the Miss Scarlet card, not Peacock or Plum have it, because they have said definitively that they don't have a card to show. But I don't know that Mr. Green isn't holding it, so I can't say anything about whether he has that card or not. And as I did in my last game, I'm going to take some extra notes myself on a separate sheet of paper about what computers are guessing what, and then what computers having something to show. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. If this game ends really fast like last game, it won't make a difference, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, so only Plum and Green could actually make it into a room on their first roll. Oh, there I go. Oh, you're guessing the same thing, huh? So, even though this was a similar guess, it wasn't exactly the same because the room is different, whereas Plum is guessing from the study, Green was guessing from the ballroom. But in both cases, Mustard had something to show, so that tells me with a fair bit of confidence that Mustard must have either Miss Scarlet or Rope, because he had a card to show on both of these last 2 guesses, even though the rooms were changed. And I'm going to go kind of random. I'm going to not pay attention to their last 2 guesses here, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, how about Mrs. White, and how about Candlestick? Sure, why not? Okay, Green has Candlestick. And now I have 2 computers who have said they don't have any of these cards. Ooh, you can go anywhere. Where are you going? Dining room? I have that. What else? Oh, now you're copying me. Okay. So it's highly likely that Mr. Green showed the Candlestick just now to Mustard the same way he showed me Candlestick just a second ago. Okay, you're headed to Conservatory. I don't know anything about that. Okay, okay. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Wow, I hope he didn't just get that close to winning. I hope he's not going to make an accusation as soon as we hit okay here. Oh my god. Hold on. So if we compare Mr. Green's first guess with this one, obviously the room has changed, because it had to, he can't say the same room, but the person changed. In his first guess, he said Ballroom Scarlet and Rope, now he's saying Conservatory Plum and Rope. So that tells us that Mustard likely, very likely, showed him Scarlet on his previous turn. So that would make sense, because all we know about Scarlet is that Peacock and Plum don't have it, but Mustard absolutely could. So I'm going to make a note here that it might be Mustard holding this. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty, but it looks like Mustard is the one holding Scarlet, and that he showed it to Mr. Green last turn. And that's why Mr. Green is no longer guessing Scarlet and changed to Plum. Is Mr. Green going to make an accusation right now? Oh, he's not. Thank God. So that means that at least one of those cards Green is holding in his hand. At least one of those. But he probably just deduced at least 1, if not 2 categories, because all the other computers had nothing to show. And now all the other computers are going to parrot it and figure out what was right and what was wrong about that guess. So the game's probably closing in really fast now. I guess I could go ahead and hop over to the kitchen though, and I can then parrot the guess that they have been giving of Plum and Rope and see if those two are correct or if White is holding one of those two. So let's go Plum and Rope. Because I have the kitchen, so I don't have to worry about getting shown a room. I have it. White had a rope. Okay, okay. So is it possible that White had both the rope and Professor Plum? Is it possible that she has both? Possible, but probably not likely, which means Professor Plum might very well be our person. You're going back to Ballroom, so you probably... Either you didn't get an answer about it, or it's a card you have. It's a safe card. You're sticking with Plum, so yeah, you did not get shown Plum last turn. White showed you the rope, not Professor Plum, or else he wouldn't keep asking for it. You're also guessing Plum. So that also means White did not show you Professor Plum last turn, must have shown Rope instead. So yeah, Professor Plum looks highly likely. Pretty much all the computers, except for Mustard, are continuing across multiple turns to guess Plum, so nobody is getting an answer on it, and I don't know why Mustard is not guessing Plum. I'm not sure what that means. Do I want to go back to study? I'm going to say no, because nobody else is there either. I'm going to roll the dice up here, because everybody's crowding into Ballroom, and I don't know what to make of that. Am I one dice roll short? I am. So then I'm going to stand in front of the door and block them all from getting out this way. Yeah, Mustard is still continuing to guess himself. He is not bothering guessing Plum at all. Has he guessed Plum a single time? No. His first guess, he guessed that it was White. And his last two guesses, he's been guessing himself. Oh, I don't know. I'm stumped. I really have no idea what any of these categories are. I'm only leaning on Plum because 4 out of 5 computers are leaning on it. Oh no, you've changed. You're not doing Plum anymore. You're literally copying White's guess from 1 second ago. You're gonna choose not to go to the conservatory even though you could, which tells me that you must have an answer that that's not the correct room, because everybody was piled in there recently. And now both of you guys are choosing not to go back. So I'm gonna guess that it's not conservatory. Where the heck are you going? You're trekking all the way across the board and avoiding walking into the ballroom, so you must have already been shown that White has it. You already know. So I guess I will go ahead and go to conservatory, because I don't want to waste a turn not making an accusation, not making a guess. And I don't know for sure who has this, I just think that someone has it. So let's go ahead and stay here, and let's keep guessing Revolver, like all the computers are. And I guess I'll ask Plum again? White had conservatory too. Oh, interesting. Wait, that's the wrong one. This one. This was indeed White. Oh, actually, you know what this means, though? This means I know all 3 of White's cards. White had Rope, Ballroom, and Conservatory, because in a 6-player game, each of us only get 3 cards. So that actually might help me figure out some of my other notes here. Now what I can do is I can go through my notes here, and for all of the other guesses where some computer other than White had a card to show, if their guess included Ballroom or Conservatory or Rope, I can cross that off to say that the other computer who had something to show must not have shown those cards, because I now know that White's holding them. Yeah, so that's really helpful. I was able to just cross out a whole bunch of stuff, and going back to that opening guess I just told you about, where Mr. Green guessed Ballroom, Scarlet, and Rope, and Mustard had a card to show, since we now know that White is holding Ballroom and Rope as well, that means Mustard has Scarlet, and Mustard showed Scarlet on that opening turn. So I now know one of Mustard's cards. After going through all of my other notes here, I actually didn't learn anything else concretely. So I'm not going to update my notes beyond just this Miss Scarlet one. So Green has now changed his guess. His last 2 guesses were the Revolver for a weapon, and now he's guessing Pipe. So it looks like Green probably got shown Revolver, and if he did, it was probably Plum who showed it. But I don't know for sure, and now Plum has another thing to show, coincidentally. And I have no idea idea what it was. Okay, I think we've learned something here, right? Because I have kitchen. We already know the green has candlestick, but Plum is the one who showed something, so that means you must have shown Mr. Green. Definitively, you had to. There's no other card you could have shown. How about Revolver again? No, people stopped asking Revolver. How about Lead Pipe? Because Lead Pipe was asked at the very beginning of the game and is still being asked here at the end of the game. So it tells me that perhaps it's the weapon and nobody's been getting an answer on it. Green has Lounge, okay. And then I've just learned anything new? Not for Mrs. White. What about Lead Pipe? Yes, I have. Now I've just learned it's not Peacock or Mustard or White. So it is looking a little bit more suspicious now. Yeah, so Pipe keeps getting asked, so that's looking kind of suspicious at this point. Let's see, I have Dining Room. Did we learn anything new here for Miss White? Not White, or Mustard, or Peacock, or Green. That's not how you spell green. And then Lead Pipe is now not Peacock, or Mustard, or White. Okay, so same, we didn't learn anything new there. But Plum had to have shown one of these two. Yeah, dude, everybody's guessing Pipe. Everybody. This has to be it. Oh, but look, this time, Plum does not have a card to show. So that means in our last two guesses, Plum was not showing Pipe, or else he would have had to show it here. And I have Dining Room, so he wasn't showing that the last two guesses, so that means Plum was showing White. Yeah, that has to mean Plum was showing Mrs. White on those last two guesses, because he could not have been showing Pipe. Gotta flip to the back of my notes here. This game's actually taken a little while. Oh boy. Are you getting close, perhaps? No, I really can't. Dang it. Oh my god, you didn't guess. Thank God. Thank you. Uh-oh. 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 This might be it. Once again, Green is going to have a card to show, and I'm not going to know what it is. Ooh, you didn't make an accusation, though. Thank you. So I think I'm going to not take the secret route back up to Conservatory, and I'm going to roll the dice and hang out down here. Wow, that is disappointing. And if I make a wrong accusation, I lose a turn. And certainly, I think 2 more full rotations are on the board. Someone's going to get it, so I don't want to lose a turn if I'm wrong. So I'm going to say end turn, and let's keep going, knowing that I might lose. Even Plum's not going to take Secret Passage. Well, you got a big enough roll to go straight to the library, though. Which, it looks like, nobody's been here yet. No, Mustard had a card to show. I bet you it was library. I bet you Green has study, and that Mustard has library. So now it's probably narrowed down to either billiard room or hall. Is Plum gonna make a 50-50 guess, though? No, you're not. Okay. Let's see, where's Mustard going? Right back into dining room. Oh, no. You're gonna do it. Billiard room? I guess. Oh my god. I'm sure this is right. There's no way these computers would get this wrong. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Wow. So you did like a 33% guess. You were down to 3 options and you just took a stab at it. Dining room, which I had, and I just showed it to him, so now he knew it wasn't that. So actually, he was only a 50-50 guess between billiard room or study. Was everybody confirmed on Plum and Lead Pipe? You are. Yes. Peacock wasn't 100% sure of Plum yet, but Plum, yes. Yeah, look, they were getting... Ooh, they were close, but everybody was down to about 2 or 3 rooms. I was the only one who was way off somehow. What about you? Green only knew one person who didn't have the Mrs. Peacock card, and that was enough for him to write it off. Wow, so yeah, I don't think I would have won this game just because I was still so far off on room. I had basically 4 wide open options, and the computers were all down to 2 to 3 options, so they were all closing in much quicker than I was. Man, I'm kind of on a losing streak lately. These inspector level computers are no joke. But that was the closest of my inspector games that I've played. That was the closest I got. Thank you for watching another video on Clue Classic, and I will see you in the next video.